Hello, my name is Revellin Jassinta Isworo, and this is my English journey. Today, I will share how my English proficiency developed through games, books, and digital interaction, and the cultural layers that shape my identity and living in Surabaya. My journey with English began in elementary school around first and second grade. At that time, I didn't learn English from school but from games like The Sims and Resident Evil 4. I didn't fully understand the language, but these games exposed me to English naturally. Games taught me basic vocabulary through simple instructions like eat, clean, sleep, or food names. When I played The Sims, I understood words through action. This multimodal input made English feel intuitive long before formal instruction. One moment that shaped my motivation was my teacher praised me after noticing I understood certain English words. Hearing "good job" then motivated me deeply. I realized that learning English gave me recognition and I want to keep improving. My literacy expanded through reading. I read books, storylines from games, and later novels. Reading supported my grammar awareness and vocabulary growth. Over time, I shift from learning through games to learning through books. My confidence grew when I talked with foreign friends online. Gaming community became my first real intercultural space. It was the first time I felt like real English user because people understand me and I understood them. My identity is shaped by multiple cultural layers. I'm a Christian, live in Surabaya with influence from Japanese and Chinese tradition. This layer affect how I communicate, how I see myself, and how others perceive me. Some people assume we are rich, stingy, or business-oriented. These stereotypes shape communication expectation. Understanding these perceptions helped me become more aware of intercultural dynamics in everyday interaction. One important culture artifact is my Bible. I often read both Indonesian and English versions. Surprisingly, some English verses feel clearer. This bilingual spiritual practice strengthened my reading skill. Theater, music, dance, and literature also shape my English identity. Many artistic references from global culture, so learning English allows me to engage more deeply with this creative space. The Little Prince influenced my emotional literacy. The English version taught me subtle vocabulary of emotion, imagination, and reflection. It became a symbol of how literature depends our intercultural understanding. These films impact my emotional expression and identity. The language is delicate, intimate, and reflective. Through the film, I learned how English can convey vulnerability, something my first language really express. Makeup and cosplay are also cultural artifacts for me. They represent the digital identity, performance, and creativity and how I communicate visually online. English tutorial and cosplay communities help expand my vocabulary. My identity feels both hybrid and stable. I adapt depending on context but remain consistent in core values. Plays a role in this hybridity, letting me switch between cultural fluidly. English functions as my lingua franca. It allows me communicate with people from Australia, Germany, the US, Malaysia, and more. Digital platforms like Genshin Impact made English my default tool for global interaction. I coach switching naturally between Indonesia, Surabaya Japanese, and English. In gaming, I use English with friends, a mix of Indonesian and dialect. This flexibility shows my intercultural competence. Traveling to Malaysia, Brunei, and Singapore also shaped my understanding of English. Singaporean English sound different, proof that English adapt culturally. Travel expand my awareness of global communication. My digital identity isn't very different from real life. I communicate the same way online and offline. Consistency across space show stability in my linguistic identity. From games to books, from travel to online friendships, experience strengthen my intercultural competence. English literacy for me is not just language ability, it's identity negotiation, cultural blending, and personal expression. Thank you for listening to my narrative. I hope this journey reflects how multimodal literacy, cultural artifact, and global connection shape our identities as English users today.